All right, well, I'm on my walk down to the beach right now for, you know what, the MB, and it is absolutely gorgeous. There was a grunion run here last night, but yours truly was a little too lazy to come down and check it out. But it is an absolutely gorgeous morning, and there is so much going on. All right, I'm going to get down here, get set up, and then we'll get to it. Good morning, my friends. Congratulations to halibut man Mitchell, a great member of the Friedman Adventures family, for catching his personal best halibut yesterday, a nice 26-pound flatty.
Stay tuned. You're watching Friedman Adventures. Mwah!
2024 is turning out to be one of the most incredible halibut years we've ever seen in Southern California. That's saying a lot. Last year was an incredible year also. The Pride on an overnight trip out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. 16 anglers, 80 halibut. That is limits, folks. These are unheard of numbers. Incredible fishing. 80 flatfish for 16 anglers on an overnight trip out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. On board the Pride. It doesn't get any better than this. What a trip! What is going on here?
I don't know, but I like it.
Taking a little line on you?
A lot of line.
Woo! Look at your fish! Oh, it came off! No! Get it! Dan's bit over there also! Whoa, that is one nice big spot fin croaker. Woo, I love spot fins. That is so cool, Frank. Hey, look at Dan. That is gorgeous. Frank, you are setting the world on fire today. Good job. Nice barred perch. That is beautiful, man. What'd you catch that on?
Bloodworm.
Bloodworm, beautiful. You got those at Big Fish Bait and Tackle?
No, actually, no, sandworm. Camel worm.
Oh, okay, there you go. And Frank is, of course, in the Big Fish Bait and Tackle tournament. What is that, Frank? Like, what, 11 inches?
11 inches.
That's beautiful, man. Biggest perch ever?
My PB, yeah.
All right, congrats. Those are nice barred perch we're starting to catch here. Mendel, you're hotter than heck.
Yeah, man.
What's that on?
It's the same candy.
Yeah, almost. A different species, and you still have your worm.
Yeah.
And you Lightfoot with a monster barred perch. He needs the assistance of Michael Limon. It's so big and so crazy. And Michael Limon steps in with the angler's pliers that we've all come to love and admire. All right, here we go. Tide's getting high. Mendel's on a fish. Whoa, that is a jumbo. Corvina, right?
Corvina, yeah.
Nice Corvina. Nice fish, dude.
Thank you.
I was just saying, man, they turn on here and you made it come true.
That was a big one. That hit me hard, too.
Gorgeous. Frank.
Yeah.
Whoa! Nice job, Mendel.
All right.
Woo! Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. Really right before sunrise. It's a gorgeous morning, and I'm so happy you're making time here at the beginning of the work week to spend some time with us here. Man, I'll tell you, there's some incredible fishing going on, and it is winter time. It's going to be an amazing year. It already has been an amazing year, as evidenced by that great catch on the Pride limits of halibut. We're going to delve into that. Long-range fishing out of San Diego remains very, very good. We've had that signal of bluefin tuna now. Can we build on it? There's been some great wintertime calico bass fishing, sand bass fishing, sculpin, whitefish, sheep's head, and rockfish is set to open up on April the 1st. And up there out of Ventura Harbor sport fishing, they had a great opener to their season on the half-day boat Island Spirit and the three-quarter-day boat Californian, which is the old Matt Walsh. Man, they had some really great fishing. We're going to delve into that and so much more. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Whoa, I need this cup right now. So good and so great to be with you all. Thanks for joining me here this morning. If you don't mind, hit that like button. Deeply appreciate all your great support. Subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel and tick the bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. And if you could share these videos with a friend, we would love you for that. You can also follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. Man, we cannot thank you for all your great support as we're up into the millions of views. And when you combine our social media to it, it's very impressive what you have all done for yours truly. I deeply appreciate that. One more time again, all the great folks I met at the PCS show. That was indeed an honor for me. I got to meet so many of you, and I really enjoyed spending time with each and every one of you, as I do here on the morning briefing and all our other shows. Hey, I got some bad news to start out with. No tackle shop confessions tonight. Sam's got another obligation that he's going to take care of. Maybe tomorrow night, we'll let you know about that. But tonight, no tackle shop confessions. We'll get it on the air again. If not tomorrow, we may take a week off. We'll see what happens and let you know about that. All right, and once again, I want to thank everybody who came out for our surf fishing event yesterday. We had some really good fishing. Spot fin croaker, leopard sharks, yellowfin croaker, nice big corvina, some nice big fat bar perch, and a lot more. And the folks who came out were great. We had a really good time. It was a lot of fun. Just looking at the weather for you all here, for just a quick look at it. And you know, anytime you start looking at weather 4 or 5 days out, it's very dubious whether or not that is going to play out. But the guys have been, the weather people have been pretty good here lately. Looks like we're going to get some windy conditions on Thursday. Up until that point, pretty good in most areas. It's a little breezy up in the Channel Islands this morning. But the long-range forecast is for a beautiful weekend next weekend. If you're thinking about a fishing trip for next weekend, I want you to rest assured that that is looking good. All right, Mexico. Let's go down south of the border to a part of the world that I absolutely love. And down in Mexico Lindo, we continue to catch some striped marlin, some good fishing down there in Cabo San Lucas with a mix of dorado, some yellowfin tuna when it's not too breezy to get offshore. And also the surf fishing down there, Cabo Surfcaster, he's down there catching all kinds of stuff. He's had dorado in the surf here recently, and that is got to be an absolute thrill. I can only imagine what it's like to hook a flathead in the surf and watch it jump and then bring it up on the beach. That is exciting stuff. Our friends Abdul Ryan and of course Manny Mercado are down in the Bay of Los Angeles, Bahia de Los Angeles, about, I think it's what, 450 miles down the Baja Peninsula, something like that, where they've experienced great fishing. They got there kind of late on their first day, and they fished some really nice big fat cabrilla. They were doing a number on the cabrilla. Yesterday, they fished the baquetas, which is a big grouper, sometimes in 1,000 feet of water. It's really deep fishing. Those Daiwa electric reels come in very handy when you have that kind of a situation. But down there, they've been doing really well on the cabrilla, the baquetas, and so much more. We'll look forward to more from those guys as they're having a phenomenal trip down there. We get you up a little bit closer to home in San Quintin, which is 140 miles below the border. We look there not only to see the fishing opportunities and adventures available to you by driving there, but also to see a preview of what might be headed our way. And we see more yellowtail down there, not an everyday occurrence, but some very steady yo-yo iron yellowtail fishing out of there. Yo-yo iron, it refers to the type of lure, so it's small and heavy, and it refers to the methodology of how you wind on that lure. So small, heavy, drop it down deep to the bottom, wind on it fast, and when you get a bite, you just keep turning the handle to hook your fish. No need to bring that jig all the way up to the surface, about a third of the way up, kick it in free spool, back down again, wind on it fast. And man, when a forky, when a big yellow, and they've been nice down there, 18 to 25 plus pounds in most cases, when they slam into your jig, there is nothing like it in the world of sport fishing. It is so fun and exciting. Gorgeous morning here, beautiful sunrise now, surfers getting in the water. It's really I'm totally blessed to be standing here spending time with you. So some good fishing there. Ensenada area, we continue to see good mixed bag fishing down there. Some big bonita, occasional yellowtail, a flash of barracuda from time to time. Very steady rock fishing going on. Some calico bass fishing along the rugged, pristine Baja coast there around Punta Banda. It has been really good in Ensenada, and it just continues to impress down there south of the border. So really good stuff. All right, let's talk bluefin tuna, and let's get into what happened on the Polaris Supreme. They had a 2-day trip here recently, only ended up with 18 fish, 50 to 150 pound class. Confident that there's some bigger zones of that bluefin around, but man, I'm telling you, you throw 1 or 2 boats out there looking around, or 1 boat in this case, and it's very difficult to run that fish down. The more pressure we put on it, the more boats we send out there, the greater the odds are that we're going to run into that bigger zone, that bigger vein of bluefin tuna. But they saw a lot of fish. The signs have been really good. The Old Glory has been out recently. They had 24 fish, well, recently, about a week ago, let's say, and it was what they saw that was so impressive. They saw a lot of fish. So you got to think that this is getting ready to turn on. Those 200 to 300 gram jigs, sometimes heavier than that. Wind, current, depth, all matter in this. So you want to have that along with you. And then also, remember, captain says drop, you drop immediately. And you drop to the exact depth that he told you to, or a little bit deeper than that. 400 feet, drop down to 425, wind up through it, go right back down again. No need to bring that jig to the surface. You're wasting valuable time when you do that. Stay in the zone. He's telling you where to fish that. 130 pound Spectra is what I like, 200 pound leader material, all works good. You listen to the crew and you will catch fish, but you've got to be Johnny on the spot. You've got to be out on that deck. And when he says drop, you are dropping immediately. Don't forget, we're on the Independence for a 5-day adventure, departing April the 4th and fishing until my son's birthday, who will be on board till April the 9th. That's going to be a great trip. IndependenceSportFishing.com. Would love you to sign up and join us on what promises to be a really great trip. It's tax season, and there's nobody better than Tim Marquez at A Best Income Tax to help relieve your tax burdens. Whether you've got past taxes that need to be filed or you're just working on the current year, Tim Marquez is a man you can trust, a man that will do a great job. Give him a call today. Heating and air conditioning needs, there's nobody better than Friedman Adventure family member John Lopez over there at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. John will take care of everything that is heating and air conditioning, and he will do it with the expertise that you deserve. Give John a call today. All right, let's get you up here and start talking about some of the local fishing, and then we're going to get into a halibut bite that is going to blow your mind, just like this sunrise is starting to blow my mind. It's gorgeous here this morning. All right, let's get into it. Down there in San Diego and surrounding areas, we see some good sculpin, whitefish. We see some good calico bass, some good sand bass. Now, it's wintertime, so I'm not talking about full speed, wide open. I'm talking about a decent pick here on gorgeous, beautiful days just like this, and picking away at the bass. Down there on the Premier, down there on the Dolphin, down there on the Mission Belle. They've all been doing really, really well. And with this weather forecast, that should continue to head in the right direction. Fishing about 20 pound with a dropper loop sometimes works really, really well, and a good hot sardine or anchovy. That has been a really good way to get the job done. They've been having their greatest success down by the border, down there on the Mexican-American border. However, there's been spot fish all over the place. And do not forget that we have seen some good fishing, not wide open, but a sign, a signal for several weeks now on big great yellowtail around La Jolla. So if you have a yo-yo iron, rod and reel, 60 pound is what I like, I'd definitely bring it if I were going. And we haven't seen a lot of it on the sport boats, but kayakers continue to pick away at those big yellows and private boaters. So there is some of that around. Keep that in mind, and there's some pretty good fishing going on down there in that neck of the woods. We'll continue to watch it for you very, very closely. Hey, speaking of big yellowtail, how about Ed Mese with a nice one? Keith Hernandez says he was out on Tanner Bank and had some big forkies. This has been a really good year for yellowtail. At least it seems to be headed in that direction. We haven't seen huge numbers, but the fish we have seen have been nice grade, and it's early for that to be happening. We've had yellowtail, as we mentioned, in San Quintin, Santo Tomas, which is, of course, 85 miles below the border. Or actually, I should have said and mentioned to you Punta Colonet, which is 120 miles, and then Santo Tomas, and then Ensenada, and then the Coronado Islands right off San Diego, and then up there in La Jolla. There has been an exceptional sign of forkies this year. So hang on, I think we may be seeing more and more of that. Also, a reminder to you that rockfish season will open up here in Southern California. It's currently closed on April the 1st, so that is going to be really something. Once rockfish season opens up, it opens up all kinds of other doors. You can go fish sea bass and halibut, and if you strike out on that, you can go out and hammer on the really great eating rockfish. All right, let's get to the Pride, because they had a magnificent trip. The Pride runs out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California, and they had an overnight trip that was one of the most memorable trips you could ever have possibly been on. It was fantastic. 16 anglers, 80 halibut. That is absolutely unheard of. I think they released another 30 halibut that were short fish. It was full speed, wide open, like you never see halibut fishing here in Southern California. Last year, we didn't have that good of fishing. Well, man, we had darn good halibut fishing last year, to the point where I was calling it the best halibut season I'd ever seen in my life. But now, man, this year has been incredible. You look over there on the Native Sun, and they're doing this halibut derby out of 22nd Street Landing. You know, they're a 3/4 day type of run, and they've had magnificent fishing. They've had 5 fish over 30 pounds and well over 150 legals. And now you get a shot like on the Pride, and now we're starting to see more fish in the Channel Islands. It's been and looks like it's going to continue to be an incredible year for halibut. Wow, what a bite on the Pride. My hat's off to those guys for pulling a rabbit out of the hat. Speaking of the Native Sun, 7 halibut yesterday, nothing wide open. They've had several days in a row like a 3, 4, 5, 7 halibut. Hopefully they'll get back on catching a few more fish on each and every trip. But they've had an incredible year, and as I just mentioned, all those fish over 30, I think they've had well over 20 fish over 20 and over 150 legals. It has been magnificent. No question about that. Up there in Marina del Rey, Long Beach, Dana War sport fishing. I talked to my friend Donna Kalas, who watches the morning briefing every morning. It means a lot to me, Donna. You know, I had a guy call me the other day from Arizona, and he wanted to come to Southern California and go fishing. And his main concern was crew and being taken care of. He's an older guy and just wanted to be taken care of. And I said, hey, Dana War Sport Fishing, I've been there. I know how their crews operate. I know how Donna demands excellence out of everybody down there. And that's where I sent him. I sent him your way, Donna. Down there out of Dana Wharf, they're picking at the bass, they're catching some sheepshead and whitefish, and rockfish season is looming out there on the horizon. Same thing up there in Redondo, Marina del Rey, where they've had some good wintertime bass fishing. Looks like we're gonna have a gorgeous weekend ahead, so that should really be good. Up there out of Ventura Harbor sport fishing, man, I gotta tell you, great fishing on the California as well as on board the Island Spirit. They had absolutely great fishing. Of course, we had Daniel Hadaway on here, who is running the Island Spirit now. Daniel's a great guy, and man, he laid it out so beautifully for you. They had 18 anglers on board there, and they ended up with 3 halibut, a whole bunch of whitefish, great fishing, excellent bite. Tom Lucas sent me some photos of the halibut and the other species they caught on there. Seth Lucas with a nice flatfish. Excellent fishing going on in the Channel Islands. Everybody going home with not only a big bag of fillets, but also big smiles, because I'm telling you, the customer service there at Ventura and a lot of the Channel Islands landings and boats, Aloha Spirit, I can go on and on, Endeavor, all those guys, they just put customer service at a high level. You go out there and you will have a really great time. Don't forget VenturaSportFishing.com. VenturaSportFishing.com. Book online, and at checkout, put in preseason 20. Before April 1st, you'll get 20 big 20% off your tab. 20% off until April 1st. Get your calendar out, get your fishing days lined up, and save 20% right now. Don't forget also on the Island Spirit, kids fish free, 12 and under with a paid adult on Sunday. So some really great stuff going on up there in that neck of the woods. Well, we've got to talk about the surf fishing bite because bar perch fishing has been absolutely magnificent up and down the Southern California coast. And I saw some big bar perch being caught on the other side of the border. Our friends, brothers and sisters in Mexico doing really well down there around San Quintin and Punta Calanet. I'm talking about surf fishing now. A lot of yellowfin croaker mixed in there. Some good fishing around Playa Bebe in Rosarito and Playas Tijuana. You can also catch some good bar perch. There's been some flatfish, halibut in the surf also. And we have also seen some really good fishing in terms of corvina for this time of the year. We had that surf fishing event yesterday and we had a ball. So many great people came out and fishing was really good. I mean, we were catching corvina and spot fin croakers. You saw in the lead-in all the excitement down here. Some really big fat bar perch. And of course right here at Big Fish Bait and Tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach, California, right there on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and PCH, they are doing a perch derby this year and it has been really a lot of fun. They're giving away a free custom rod every month, a new tournament at the beginning of every month, and a new species, or it may be the same species. So for example, April 1st, we'll start a new one, give away a custom rod. It's gonna be fantastic. And I'm telling you, you gotta go down to Big Fish Bait and Tackle, you buy your ruler, and you measure your fish on the ruler, then you upload your photo to Instagram, the Big Fish Bait and Tackle Instagram account, and the biggest barred perch this month will reign supreme and get a free custom rod. And then next month we're going to do it again. Last time I checked, 14.5-inch barred perch led the derby. So keep that in mind. Really good fishing up and down the Southern California coast. And now that we are in the midst of a grunion run, we have 3 more days to go. You would suspect that there's going to be some halibut in here on the surf. Throwing a Lucky Craft, throwing a chrome crocodile are a couple of good ways to get a bite on the flatties here in the surf. And man, when you catch a halibut in the surf, you are going to think you died and went to heaven. It is really, really exciting. Down in Mission Beach, California, some great Friedman Adventure family members. Father Will had his kids out, Josh, Jeremy, Liliana, Jane, and they, not only Josh went out and got his own bait, he went out and got all kinds of ghost shrimp, but he caught that nice barred perch. Way to go, Josh. Way to go, kids. Will, thanks for including me in that. That is great stuff. You guys are fantastic. What a family out enjoying the great outdoors on a regular basis. The lobster season is winding down. It's almost over, but you still have a little bit of time to get out, and it's been fantastic this year on your ProMarahi.com lobster report. Catalina Island remains really good, but the local lobster hoop netting has been fantastic. You're allowed 7 per angler, and it's been a memorable, great year for lobster. A little bit more time to go, so you can get out and take advantage of that. Hey, we've got an Apollo trip coming up that's gonna knock your eye teeth out. It is in June. It is a reverse 2.5-day trip, 2.5-day trip. Leaves at 10 in the morning. That means there's nowhere we can't go. We could literally go into Mexican waters. We could go out to Tanner Cortez Bank easily. We could go up to the Channel Islands for white sea bass and halibut. I mean, that first day of travel is going to put us in a position that should be absolutely magnificent. White sea bass, halibut, bluefin tuna, rockfish, yellowtail, you name it. I think we've got a shot at it on that trip. Just a few more spots available. If you want information, just send me a text and we'll get you that info and get you signed up on what promises to be an absolutely magnificent trip. All right, my friends, it's gorgeous down here. I hope you get a chance to come out and experience the great outdoors. Whether you go for a hike in the mountains, you head down to Baja California, you walk the beach, you surf fish, or you get out on a boat, get out and enjoy this today if you can. And if not, you got to wait till the weekend. No problem there. All right, Great spending time with you. It's a little chilly, but it's absolutely beautiful. Can't thank you enough for being here with me as always, and I hope to see you really, really soon.